Hello Superman fans, and welcome to another action figure unboxing video. Now, the figure I'm going to be reviewing today is Steel from Superman. Now, Steel made his first appearance in the Adventures of Superman number 500 in June of 1993. However, after the events of Flashpoint, his storyline was slightly altered. Now, in the New 52, his first appearance is in Action Comics issue number 4. In this issue, he armors up to fight Metallo / John Corbin, who is being controlled by Brainiac, the Collector of Worlds. And Steel's special abilities include super strength, flight, and powered armor, and also very high intellect. Now, on the back of the box, you see an illustration of Steel from the pages of Action Comics, issue number 4. Now, I've already spoken enough about the figure inside the box, so let's free him from his cardboard prison. So alright, here Steel is right out of the box, and although he's not as detailed as the last figure I reviewed, he does have a good amount of detail on him. For instance, you can see the little rivets right here on his head. And also, I can tell right away that this isn't the New 52 Steel that I was just talking about, because in issue number 4 of Action Comics, that Steel doesn't have the Superman S on his chest. Instead, he just has a circle right here, which one can assume is the power core to the armor. And also, the other thing I want to say about this figure is that the cape is not made of plastic at all. It is a soft fabric. And you can see it would flow in the wind. If I had a fan with me right here, I could just show that, but I'll just show it with my fingers like this. And the other thing I want to say about this figure is that he stands up really easily. The only thing that presents trouble when getting him to stand up is his hammer. You kind of have to have his hand a certain way, otherwise the weight of the hammer will cause him to fall forward. But other than that, I really like the detail on this figure. And one other thing I wanted to say about the New 52 version versus this one. In the New 52 version, you see more cables on his arms, where here, you just sort of see the bicep and tricep and everything. But in the New 52 comic, Action Comics number 4, you see a bunch of these cables making up the entire arm to the point where you can't really see the outline of his arm at all. But this is the Total Heroes version of Steel, which honestly I'm extremely happy with nonetheless. I really like the way the figure looks. The coloring's great, the cape is awesome. The hammer's great, and you can also see the little cracks in the hammer too, which is a very nice touch. And other than that, that's really all I have to say about this figure. He looks really cool. The paint job is awesome. The details are minimal compared to some of the other figures in my collection, but they're still very significant. And honestly, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and give this figure a 4 out of 5. So, another thing about this figure that I wanted to say is that the articulation feels pretty tight. Like, the head doesn't seem to move that much. It's not very flexible, and I don't want to force it. Now, the shoulder pads move, which allows more flexibility in the upper arm. And there's some articulation at the elbows, although, like I said before, like with the head, it's pretty stiff. So I don't want to use too much force and wind up breaking it. But you can see the legs move too. There's articulation in the upper leg here, and there's also articulation in his knees. And the final points of articulation are on his wrists, which rotate, and also on his boots. So I just want to leave you with this. Steel is one of my top 5 favorite characters in the DC Universe, which is why I bought the figure. And I hope everyone enjoyed my review, so thanks for watching.